Welcome to the Babbling Brooke podcast, a show where we talk about any and all things related to Brooke High School. I'm your host, Mr. ZAMBITO, and I'm joined by my co-host,
FERRELL.
Pierce, happy WEIR week.
Are we really going to say happy WEIR week?
Why not?
I would say more so happy Halloween week. It's never fun when you play WEIR. The rivalry that brews is always a treat, but it's never really a positive thing.
The Route 2 rivalry. I heard that the other day, and I was like, oh, I love that. Anytime that you have a heated rivalry with another school, so heated that it warrants a nickname, I'm all about it.
It's an entertaining thing. I wouldn't call it a positive thing, but that's just me.
Well, Pierce, you know what? I'll tell you something. We are doing something positive with this rivalry.
Isn't it something related to coming to school?
Yeah, that's right. We're doing an attendance challenge, and it's Brooke versus WEIR. So not only are we going to meet on the gridiron on Friday for Halloween, which is pretty cool, but we are also doing a school-wide attendance challenge for both schools. And essentially for this week, during this rivalry week, we are going to take attendance rates, percentage-wise, from Brooke High School and from WEIR High School. And the school with the better attendance percentage at the end of the week wins that challenge. They're going to get a trophy at the halftime of the football game, and the losing principal will have to wear the other school's colors and logo that next Monday.
Oh wow, that's just for a big rivalry in terms of high school. That's just an insult, basically.
I know, and WEIR already sent their warning shot. Their head principal, Mr. Blumetti, who is one of our former assistant principals, which kind of makes the rivalry even more fun. He already said he's got his jersey picked out for Mr. James to wear on Monday.
That scares me. That scares me because not only is that thing, I hear rumors from students around the building that there may or may not be costumes worn at that football game from the Brooke student section.
I wouldn't be surprised, as it is Halloween. And speaking of Halloween and costumes, Pierce, perfect segue. Not only do we have the football game Friday night, but prior to that,
we have the assembly of Halloween, don't we?
We sure do, hosted by FBLA. Mr. Hott and the FBLA students do a really nice job with that.
I don't know if you knew this, but I'm also in FBLA now. I'm going to be participating in the giant cup pong.
Oh, I'm well aware that you're in FBLA, Pierce. And matter of fact, off radio.
You knew before I did.
Off radio, or off mic rather. There's a couple things I want to talk to you about regarding FBLA and maybe some projects we are going to want them to get involved in. But that's down the road. That's not for now.
Well, we'll worry about that when the time comes.
Yeah,
won't we?
Yeah. Were you going to wear a costume?
I'm not sure. And that's a Pierce language for yes. I'm just not sure which one to wear.
I was going to say, you're in FBLA. They're hosting the assembly. You better have a costume. I think I'm going to wear one, too.
I don't know which one I'm going to wear. And well, actually, I should say I'm not sure which one I'm going to wear.
I have the unfortunate disadvantage. I mean, you're tall, but I'm tall and large. So I have the unfortunate disadvantage.
No, you're taller. There's a difference. You're not long.
Yes.
No, you're quite enormous.
I'm very tall. And that comes with its disadvantages, as it does advantages. Come Halloween time, though, they just don't make a ton of costumes for big dudes. And if they do, they are quite expensive. So I have to get creative. So I'm not sure. I'm running out of time as we are recording on Thursday, October 30th, and Halloween is indeed on Friday, tomorrow, October 31st. The clock is ticking, and it's ticking fast.
The clock is absolutely ticking. You're going to create your own costume, or you're going to order one off the Amazon?
Well, it's too late to order anything on Amazon. I waited way too long. And the problem is, like I said, Pierce, there isn't a costume that's just so incredible that it's worth buying that won't cost me
Mr. Incredible?
$60 to $150.
Buy Mr. Incredibles.
I thought about Mr. Incredible, actually, for my entire family, because we kind of have the setup to do it. And that's the problem. If I just show up as Mr. Incredible, I think that's kind of lame, because you need all the Incredibles.
I mean, it's the one that makes the most sense. You're quite tall.
I appreciate and I am quite incredible.
You quite are.
Ah, thank you, Pierce. Wow. I didn't try to elicit that compliment from you at all.
We're not going to... Totally not at all. Not at all. I totally didn't feel pressure to say that or something.
But yeah, I definitely want to try something. Get creative. Especially because our preschool students do their little trick-or-treat around Brooke High School tomorrow. And I love those kids. They're so fun, and I want to dress up for them too.
Preschoolers are always interesting to hang around with because on one hand they're quite rowdy, on the other hand they're quite chaotically hilarious.
Listen, if you just got to know how to speak their language, and the language of...
They don't really have much of a language, though. That's a problem.
But they do, Pierce, and I've only learned that by having children of my own, one who's already gone through preschool and one who's preschool aged right now.
You're quite wiser than I am. You're quite older.
Their language is play, and if you know how to play on their level, you are speaking their language fluently. Let me add.
As a father, I'd hope you could.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Let's transition, Pierce. Give me a sports update.
Cross country finally ended because, well, I shouldn't say ended because there are still some state competitors down there. Elizabeth Edgell from the girls' side, who's a freshman, by the way, which is quite impressive.
That's awesome.
She's actually faster than my freshman time.
Wow.
She's faster than quite a few of the people on my team's freshman times. I think only one of the people on my team's freshman time was faster than hers.
Sounds like...
Well, two of them.
Sounds like she got a bright future.
She does have a bright future.
Yeah.
I hope she can keep up with Zoe Zervis from John Marshall. I'm going to give her a quick shout-out because she is quite fast. And Gavin Scott, who I had the honor of running with on my team, I kind of expected him to be at States this year with the way he was running. He was determined to get States this year. After being unfortunately short a few years prior to this. He got, I believe, 4th place at States, and now he's going to be going down to Cabell Midland this Saturday, which is quite a long drive.
Yeah. When time do they start running?
I believe they run at 5, which is the last race of the day.
Oh, wow.
So they got the short end of the stick in terms of scheduling.
I'd say so. Well, best of luck. All in all, it feels like cross country had a pretty good year.
We did have a pretty good year. We worked hard. Some people didn't get what they wanted. We tried going down to States as a team. It just did not happen. John Marshall and East Fairmont made sure of that, and Grafton and Fairmont Senior. Now, in terms of good luck to our teams, I want to give a quick good luck to our volleyball team as they go on the road to North Marion, who, if this is not uploaded as the day of the recording, it will be traveling to North Marion. They will be leaving the school at 12 o'clock. This is actually the 2nd straight year that the volleyball team is going on the road to face down North Marion and those Huskies.
Wow. Man, those Huskies.
Those Huskies have had our number. They beat the basketball team. They beat the volleyball team last year, too. Mm-hmm. I'm really hoping that the volleyball team gets their comeuppance from that last year.
Some schools have that little influx where they just have that special handful of classes loaded with some really skilled players across sports, and they just kind of ride a wave. And I think North Marion, always respectable, but they've really hit a peak and have been very successful these past couple of years. I
would say so. They managed to get quite far in quite a few things, most notably their football team. It's been quite good.
But hey, enough about those Huskies. We need to be talking about our Bruins, right? This is the Babbling Brooke.
But basketball team's finally starting some flex practices, and coming from a basketball team player myself, I think that it's going to be quite an entertaining year. Maybe not a great one, but it's going to be quite entertaining to watch at the very least.
Interesting. You know, being a basketball guy myself, the early stages of a season, those flex practices, open gyms,
they're always the toughest to go through because you don't have any games to look forward to in the near future.
But man, hearing the skids from the sneakers on the gym floor,
the banter, the talk, the chatter,
the dribbling of the ball on that hardwood floor, it just brings back so much nostalgia.
There's one basketball sound that I think is above all else. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but it's the swishing of the net.
Come on, I mean that's easy, right? That's swish, and it's all how when you deliver one and you see that swish. I mean the confidence boost, the euphoria that one feels. It's great.
It is great. There's only one that rivals it. It's whenever you slam a basketball off the backboard. The sound that it makes is just one of confidence and power. You have to love it.
I would say too, Pierce, you know, they may feel like the dog days now where you have to grind and work and you're not getting to look forward to a game.
Ironically, that's the fun part.
I was going to say, looking back on it, when your playing days here are over, I think you can look fondly on, like, that is when your team is, like, really formed. That's when you kind of lay the foundation for what your year could look like.
And I'm going to piggyback off of something you said earlier. The football team having their regular season finale against WEIR.
Happy WEIR week.
You're going to say that quite a few times, aren't you? That WEIR game is going to be entertaining because WEIR's not... Because WEIR's never been one to just lie down for Brooke. Never.
You know, it's cliched where they say when two rivals get together, throw out the record books, right?
Ohio State Michigan last year was a perfect example.
It's cliched for a reason. It's happened over and over and over and over again. When two heated rivals play, the records just don't matter. It's different. It should be, at least. If you're not a Brooke player and you just want to go in there and pound the living snot out of WEIR, like that's what, and WEIR football players should feel the exact same way in the respectable confines of the sport and how it should be. Like, there should be something extra. You should be able to dig deeper and find another gear because this is the game.
Rivalry games are always fun because you just have that distinct disdain for your opponent, and it's always like, oh, I want to beat these guys so bad.
And again, that is the beauty of it. That is the beauty of the rivalry. It's not in some type of inappropriate hatred type of way. Again, like I said, it's in the confines and of the respect for the game. But you have two teams that have, I'll use your word, such disdain for each other that it's supposed to make a really fun and exciting and electric experience.
It should be. Wrestling's also getting started. I keep seeing them in the workout gym next to me. They're lifting ridiculously hard. Sizemor's putting them to work.
It's that time where the fall sports are all trickling to a conclusion,
and then the winter sports roar to a start.
Ramping up. Yep, the winter sports are ramping up. Trust me, I know. I can't stop by in either of our gyms after school to shoot some hoops. They're always occupied, which is fine. They need to be. They need to be.
They absolutely should be. Yeah, if you're in the gym right after school, there's a problem.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Because you taught me over the set about how you were kind of running short on things.
And so much for that, huh?
We've rambled on for quite some time, haven't we? And we still are, because I'm not shutting up.
Well, Pierce, I said it last week, and I'll say it again this week. The name of our show literally is the Babbling Brooke. So as long as we're babbling about Brooke, now I don't like all that North Marion talk earlier. We talked a little too long about that. So I had to shut that down. But the more we're babbling on about Brooke,
you kind of indulged in that too.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But we can cut it off now because, like I said, it's WEIR week. Happy WEIR week, everyone. Happy Halloween. Hopefully we have a nice amount of students who show up, costumes or not, just as long as they go in there to do the right thing, which is to cheer loudly for Brooke. Cheer them to victory.
And obnoxiously.
So we can send our boys home with a victory to end the season, and that means so much too. If you can really go on and put on a show and really take control of that game, you end your season with momentum. So these underclassmen who will now enter the off-season program, that's the taste in your mouth that you just beat your bitter rival, and now you can build into next season with the same coaching staff, with the same expectations. You can build into the culture that we want. So I'm really hoping that they go in there and take care of business.
I am too. So why don't you give your little send-off?
Well, as Pierce just said, until next time, everyone, be safe, be kind, make good decisions, and we'll see you next time.